Here we go. Let's talk a little shop. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about personal and lab safety rules. Each year, thousands of people are injured while using tools and machines, whether it's at work, at school, working in a lab, wherever it may be. If you're not following the simple personal and lab safety rules, you will leave yourself open for injury. And so I could really sit here and literally talk for hours about rules for every single tool. But there are things that we just have to kind of talk about individually and things that I need you to take care of. So right when you wake up in the morning, you need to think, okay, I'm in shop. Do I have this? Do I have this? Do I have this? And it can't be something that you can forget all the time because we're in class and we're going to be working. So some of them are very easy and some of them are very general. And there are other things that you have to directly remember personally for you. All right. First one, get proper instruction before using the tools and machines. Super simple, right? When you're using the tools and machines, I need you to make sure that you have permission to use them. You have your permission slip in. We've okayed you to use them. You've checked off the ed puzzles and you have access to use them. Keep the work area clean and organized. A clean shop is a safe shop. We'll give you jobs to make sure the chairs are up, make sure the tables are cleaned off, make sure the floors are swept, things are cleaned up. Keep all cutting tools sharp. A sharp tool is a safe tool. If something is broken or something is not working properly, then we push a little harder. We try to force something and then we leave ourselves open for injury. Always use the correct tool for the particular job. Very simple. If I say use the bandsaw, we use the bandsaw. We don't try to cut it with something else. We don't try to make something work because something else is being used. We use that particular tool because that's what's set up to use that particular job. Always use guards and safety equipment on tools and machines. If there's something there to keep your fingers back, okay, then make sure it stays on there. Do not remove it for any reason. Report all damaged tools to the instructor. This is where you have to man up a little bit. If something is broken, okay, you have to come and tell me. If you break something, you have to come and tell me. I have to know to make sure that it's safe for the next person to use. A tool that can be repaired simply by changing something compared to someone using it again and having something blow apart and have to replace many, many parts and cost something that may cost $1 compared to something that costs $15 or $20 to fix. So always report those damaged tools to me. Be sure all power tools are unplugged before changing their settings. Again, if your hands or fingers are anywhere near the cutting surface, why would you ever have it plugged in? Why would you ever leave yourself open for injury? Hand tools and equipment, handle with care. Abuse of tools can cause accidents. We don't carry stuff, all right, in weird angles. We don't carry things by the cord, right? And so we don't damage things or hurt things because we misuse them. So we always make sure we carry stuff properly. Allow only one person in machine safety zone at a time. You guys may have remembered from elementary school when we talked about personal space. You should give yourself some room when you're working with the tools. You don't want someone hovering over top of you. Hey, you're not doing that right. Or someone's bumping around here because someone could be standing in line bumping you when you're trying to make a cut and you could get hurt. So give yourself some space, back up and give each other some room. The next 6 rules are personal safety rules. Things I need you to take care of every single day. Keep your hair away from moving parts. Tie back your hair. If you have long hair, you need to have your hair pulled back every single day in our classroom. I can give you a rubber band. I know a rubber band is not the best way to pull your hair back, but if we have to, that's what we need to do. I showed you some videos in class about someone getting caught in something and pulling their hair out. We do not want that to happen. These machines are not going to stop if they grab your hair. Please make sure we always tie your hair back. Do not wear loose-fitting clothes that dangle off our body, things that get in the way. Our body does really well, our brain does really well knowing where our hands are. It does not do very well knowing where our clothes are. And that goes along with the next one. Always roll up your sleeves. If you don't have your sleeves rolled up, I'll set you back down and you can pull your sleeves up. In 5 minutes, you can come back to the shop and work. Always make sure your sleeves are rolled up. Some of you will have sleeves you can roll up really quickly and really easily and they stay. Others are going to constantly be pushing them up. Get in the habit of doing that. We don't want them snagged on anything or caught on anything. Always wear safety glasses, goggles, or a face shield while operating the tools and machines. Again, it's no question. It is not me being a jerk. It's not the administration being jerks. It is a state law or a national law when you're using tools and machines in a shop. OSHA requires you to wear safety glasses. You must wear them all the time. Know where all the emergency shutoff switches are. We have one over next to the kind of over by the door. There's one over by the door over here, and there's one over by the door there. Those emergency shutoff switches are used for when there's emergency, when someone has their finger, maybe someone gets their hair caught in something or whatever it is. We hit those switches and shut the power off to those machines and then address the situation. Remove all jewelry before operating the tools and machines. Anything that hangs off our body, we make sure we take off. IDs, anything that's dangling that we want to remove, and we need to remove all the time so we're not caught on anything in our classroom. Lab safety rules. These are things that will be taken care of. Clean up spills immediately. A drop of paint can turn into 50 drops of paint. If we step on it and it tracks all over the room, clean it up immediately. You know, surround it, say, hey, please stay away from this. I'm going to clean it up, and then get it taken care of. Here's the one that most students end up getting in trouble. No horseplay or fooling around is permitted. If you're running around, screwing around, messing around, you will get set down. Okay, there is no question whatsoever. Place all tools back in their proper places when you're finished using them. You may have heard your parents say something like this when, pick up after yourself or put stuff back where you found it. Same thing in our classroom. We need to know where things are. We need to pick up after ourselves. The last one is place oily rags in safety containers. There are some oils and stains that will spontaneously combust or will start on fire very, very easily with just the right heat and temperature. So we just have to make sure that if we stain something, we have to put it in a special container that that will remove the oxygen, and I can show you that in class. So these are our personal and lab safety rules, the rules that you must follow every single day. The key to these are making sure that when things are broke, we tell the instructor or tell Mr. Stahl. We make sure our hair is pulled back, our sleeves are pulled up, our glasses are on, our jewelry is removed, our shop is cleaned up, things are put away, we're not running and screwing around. It's really the general idea. When you think about it, it's really all self-control, and it's really not super hard to make sure you're safe. Accidents are avoidable, and we need to take these small steps to make sure they are. Thank you. Today's video is sponsored by Works. If you want the job done right, look for Works tools. I've always been impressed with this brand. Anything that I've ever bought of Works, I've really, really liked. So today's sponsor is Works. Thank you.